I already did an intro in the first part of this 3-part series, so I won't do the whole thing again. In a nutshell, I'm basically just doing a follow-up to some previous baby-related videos I've done in the past. This episode, we continue babies, breastfeeding, and billing with part 2. Got milk? Just as a quick recap, I wanted to say that breastfeeding was probably our biggest challenge the first time around. It resulted in a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of self-recrimination and guilt, and a hungry, cranky baby before we finally decided to try formula against all advice we had received up to that point, and we never regretted it. Our firstborn son, Riker, was entirely formula fed because, for reasons that remain mysterious and unexplained, my wife simply wasn't able to produce enough milk to feed him. And if you saw my last video about breastfeeding and all of the stigma and bad advice that we, and many other new mothers I expect, have received, then you know this is a topic I can get kind of animated about.
A bottle? Plastic? Formula?
That is so wrong.
Okay, not the kind of animated I was referring to, but it'll do. And yes, I know, life is not a Simpsons episode, but sometimes, doesn't it feel like it? Well, anyway, Riker is now 3 years old and is just as healthy and as happy as you could ever want. Being formula fed didn't bother him one bit. Nevertheless, my wife has never been one to take a loss and was determined to give breastfeeding another go once Finn was born. And in another mysterious turn by Mother Nature, this time her milk came in.
Got milk?
This time, yes. Who can say why? Of course, it still wasn't easy. For some reason, Finn refused to latch, and so he had to be entirely bottle fed. That meant that Jessica was pretty much constantly attached to a breast pump. Like last time, she read incessantly on the subject. She tried a variety of nutritional supplements and diets, and pretty much any other tip, trick, or hack she heard from other mothers, and spent pretty much the entire day pumping. But it paid off, and this time we've been able to feed Finn exclusively with breast milk. So to all the mothers out there who have had difficulty breastfeeding in the past, I just want to say there is hope. Every pregnancy is different, and it's going to affect your body differently. So take each one as it comes, and good luck. And if it still doesn't happen, don't let yourself stress over it. Just use the formula. It's good. Actually, it tastes pretty nasty in my opinion, but babies seem to like it.
And babies only like good things.
Debatable, but it's definitely good for them. Unfortunately, I feel like attitudes towards formula feeding have softened, even just in the last few years since I made that first video, so I'm hopeful that that will be a continuing trend.
I'm sorry we judged you, Marge. Your formula saved us all.
Either the people will become more accepting of formula feeding, or at least that they'll just mind their own damn business. For those who are curious, my wife tried a bunch of different herbal supplements that are pretty widely available, including sunflower lecithin, moringa oleifera, and brewer's yeast, as well as something called goat's rue, and this stuff she got online called natal nourish, which is just a liquid suspension of fenugreek, thistle, anise, fennel, turmeric, and raspberry leaf. She also drank a lot of this stuff, Body Armor Light sports drink, because she heard on a mommy blog or something that it was helpful with milk production. I don't really know why, because I don't see anything in the ingredients list that would be particularly helpful. It's just got some vitamins and a few electrolytes, but I guess whatever works, right? If you're going to try herbal supplements like she did, it's good to do some research on your own, but definitely talk to your doctor first. They'll probably tell you that none of these work, but it's more important that you learn about any contraindications, drug interactions, or any other adverse reactions. As long as the doctor tells you that they're safe, you can see for yourself if they're effective. Sometimes just the psychological effect of taking a supplement can have noticeable benefits. That placebo effect is real, yo. And if your doctor gives you any crap about formula feeding, you tell them Nurse Patrick says they're full of Don't worry, I got your back. Okay, that about wraps up what I wanted to say about breastfeeding this time. Make sure to come back next time for the thrilling conclusion to babies, breastfeeding, and billing with part 3. Did they charge you another fortune? In the meantime, feel free to hit those like and subscribe buttons or hit me up with a comment. As always, thank you, and Finn and I will look forward to seeing you here next time.